FBI Director Kash Patel just made history, and it's shaking Antifa to its core. For the first time ever, Antifa members are being charged under federal terrorism statutes after a violent July 4th attack on a Texas ICE detention center. And Kash Patel confirmed it personally, calling it the first Antifa terror lockup and declaring that law and order is officially back in our republic. And the attack left a police officer injured and raised questions about how far left-wing extremism has gone. And this isn't a protest anymore, it's organized violence. And the Trump administration promised accountability, and now Kash Patel is delivering it. And I voted for this. If you guys voted for this, let me know in the comments, because what happens next will change everything. So again, let me know, should Antifa be treated like any other terror group? Drop your answer in the comments, because the story is rewriting the rules of domestic justice. So my name is Tom, I'm with the Daily Beltway, and I'm also a White House correspondent for the Next News Network, and we're breaking down a defining moment in Trump's second term. FBI Director Kash Patel has announced the first federal terrorism charges ever filed against Antifa. Good Lord. So guys, we're a growing channel, and every like, comment, and share and sub will help us reach more Americans who still believe in truth and law and order. We're going to get right to the clip. It's Kash Patel explaining it on Fox Business with Larry Kudlow, the charges that were breaking news.
Well, let's talk about for a moment the arrest made at Prairieland. Okay, this is the ICE facility at Prairieland, Texas, which I guess is outside of Dallas. Allegedly, 2 Antifa people have been arrested, maybe more. Can you tell us a little more about that?
This is breaking news, Larry. Just hours ago, a grand jury indicted 2 members of an Antifa-affiliated cell that launched an attack on a detention facility attacking law enforcement and police officers. 20 individuals have been charged so far, but the key here is for the first time, under the president's authorities, designated Antifa as a domestic terror organization. We have charged these 2 individuals with material support to terrorism for their involvement in Antifa. This was a coordinated, planned attack by dozens of individuals to murder police officers. And Larry, a police officer was actually shot in the neck. These guys came and staged a scene at a detention center using fireworks, then brought in long guns and rifles. They were kitted out in bulletproof vests and masks and opened fire at law enforcement. This is what President Trump is prioritizing. We have to protect the men and women of law enforcement. And yes, Antifa exists. It's a terrorist organization. These are the first charges ever brought up.
So, according to Patel, 2 men linked to a North Texas Antifa cell were indicted for providing material support to terrorism after coordinating a violent assault on the Prairieland ICE detention center near Dallas. And they allegedly used fireworks as a distraction before opening fire on officers with long rifles. 1 officer was shot in the neck and survived thanks to fast medical care. And Kash Patel confirmed that 20 individuals have been charged overall, but these 2 mark the first time that Antifa-linked suspects face federal terror counts. So he told Kudlow that law and order is back, and he wasn't kidding. The FBI is now following the money trail, tracking donations, cryptocurrency wallets, and encrypted messages that funded the assault. And Patel said those who paid for the operation will face charges too. So if you finance terrorism, he said, you're as guilty as the ones who pulled the trigger. And critics on the left are furious, calling the move a political weapon. But for millions of Americans who watch their cities burn, this feels like justice finally served. I wanted this forever. These guys have been out of their minds. And Antifa's violence was excused for years under the guise of, activism, and Patel's announcement signals that era is over. But here's the part that they never expected. This terror designation unlocks new FBI powers to map Antifa's command structure, trace international funding, and bring indictments across state lines. And Patel hinted that more arrests are coming and that major donors could be next. So tell me, guys, what do you think? Is this justice, government, or like overreach? Comment justice matters if you agree, or witch hunt if you don't. And again, if you got value from this update, tap subscribe like right now, because every patriot voice counts in keeping our republic strong. And my final thought is coming up. So this case isn't just about 2 arrests. It's about restoring order in our republic. For years, Antifa operated with impunity, burning neighborhoods, attacking police, and calling it protest. And that ended today. Under President Trump and Director Patel, the FBI is reminding America that freedom has boundaries, and violence is not protected speech. Charging these individuals as terrorists sets a historic precedent that protects every law-abiding citizen. And the left can shout about civil rights, but the rights don't include terrorizing your neighborhoods, burning down buildings, and shooting cops. It doesn't. And this moment proves that law and order still matter, and justice is alive in our republic. So stay alert, stay vocal, and never apologize for supporting law enforcement and truth, because when justice wins, America wins.